because Roman Reigns, he stepped away from his match for certain reasons. So let's jump into that one. That was the huge news, I guess, for this week, was Roman Reigns out of his match with Goldberg. I'm trying to pull up the article here. Let me see here. All right, so he pulls out of his match against Goldberg for the WWE Universal Championship. Let's see. Here we go. The reports notes that Reigns told WWE management that he didn't feel comfortable doing any more of the Performance Center shows during the coronavirus pandemic due to the fact he is in compromise from his recent battle with leukemia. The risk to his health is simply too big, and WWE has honored his requests not to perform. It remains unknown if they will find a new opponent for Goldberg. WWE has already taped some of the WrestleMania 36 in their Performance Center and multiple other locations. Filming is expected to continue over the next few days. What are your thoughts on this, Dave? We kind of talked about it a little bit on Speeds' show last night, and it's been, the talk of Twitter these last couple of days. Should they even have this match? If they do have this match, who's going to be the one that replaces Roman Reigns? If you have to run through the cards of, the matches already, you can kind of eliminate some of those guys. But the ones that don't have matches...
This is the night Tony Sliz becomes Tony Mint.
You're a dick. What are your thoughts? I told everyone on Twitter and our Discord that I think they should just kind of maybe just take the match off. If you look at the current match card, if they just replace everyone who's not going to wrestle because they're sick, there's actually 14 matches on WrestleMania's current card right now. So you're going to guess you're going to have 7 one night, 7 the other. I don't think it's going to hurt them at all if Goldberg's not on the card and this match was totally canceled. What are your thoughts on this, Dave? And I know there's been rumors and speculations that Braun Strowman is going to be the guy that is going to replace him. If so, do you have a problem with that as well? So what are your total thoughts on this, Dave?
Which I don't think no one should have a problem with anyone, no matter what. Look, Roman is a unique situation. Plus, he has a daughter, I believe, too. He doesn't want to get her compromised or his wife or anything either. So I think it's fine. Anyone who doesn't want to do these shows, and there's people who aren't doing shows. We know of Andrade, but that's more from an injury, I believe.
Yeah,
but
it could be something else, but
yeah.
But it's
if anyone
injury from Monday Night Raw, yes.
They do have a roster full of people if they want to go young or go old, but apparently I don't think they're going to pull Goldberg because who knows if he's going to do anything after this. You know what I mean? Like, who knows if Goldberg is signed on to do any more shows after WrestleMania? It could just be this and that's it. I think everyone assumed he's just here to drop the belt to Roman, just so Roman wouldn't get booed by beating The Fiend. So now, do you try to talk Goldberg into coming back later this year, keep the title, beat somebody at WrestleMania, come back at SummerSlam or whenever we're able to get a big match? I assume it would be SummerSlam.
Yeah,
when
you would have to think now that Roman is not in the match, Goldberg is going to retain this title. A lot of the big guys that could possibly win this championship already in matches, unless they do the old Bret Hart gimmick back a couple of WrestleManias ago, where Bret Hart he wrestled twice and ended up winning the championship. Right? It was Bret Hart, correct?
Well, also Daniel Bryan
did it, but that was, totally different, type of situation where it was built up. I think that wasn't the Bret Hart kind of random, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
no,
he was wrestling Owen Hart on the pay-per-view.
Loss.
Yes, he did, of course, but he was scheduled to already have a title match.
Oh, okay. See, I totally forgot about that situation.
Because if you remember, Yokozuna wrestled twice that night too. He took on Lex Luger because there was a double.
That's right. The double Luger elimination at the same time.
The Rumble.
Correct. So
yeah. So that's why they did that.
I saw a friend of the show, Kyle King, mention maybe they do Edge Orton winner. Could be Edge, and they still have the Spear versus Spear.
Yeah, but they're on Raw.
Right. Well, WWE doesn't really give a shit. Look at Mojo. He kind of just quietly moved over to SmackDown himself. if you were gonna go this route with Goldberg still being on the card, who would you want to see him face, and who do you think we're gonna see him face? Kind of what Speeds asked the benchmark last night. Do you feel like it's going to be someone that we don't expect, or you think they're going to go with the usual Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman?
Corbin.
Do
You're
the
right.
Stone
It
Cold
could
choke,
be
but
Baron
with the mint
Corbin
shakes.
versus Goldberg, because what we seen last night. All
right, that's one. I'm sorry, Dave.
What we seen last night on SmackDown. I'm not trying to jump ahead to anything, but with basically Corbin trying to kill Elias last night. So
yeah, I mean, he could be off the card now as well, since we saw Baron Corbin commit murder.
Maybe Corbin goes out and gets a shot just for an easy win against. Not saying it should be easy, but still, likely it would be against Corbin. Have him go out there, face him like a 2-minute match, and boom.
Vince McMahon, I can totally see Vince putting Baron Corbin in the match against Goldberg, just because no one really. Yeah, people would be like, "Oh fuck, I don't want to see this match," but at least it gets Baron Corbin, everyone who hates Baron Corbin, see him get speared and lose in like 2 minutes. If again, Braun Strowman, if he's in this match with Goldberg, you would have to assume that Goldberg wins. And this is not going to be a very long match, because these two going at it is not going to be no 5-star Meltzer, Dave.
Nothing in WWE is.
Thank you for the host, Ted. If this match was to happen, how do you think this match will go? Do you think let's do this 5 minutes over under?
Well, I would say entrances would be long, but that ring ramp is really short, so it wouldn't be that long of an entrance. So, maybe like 30 seconds to get from the entrance to the ring? I guess you'd go 5. It would be surprising if they went any longer, because you want this pretty much, if this is where you're going with it, and if it was Corbin, if you're going to go, like, Goldberg's going to keep the belt and go to SummerSlam and then hopefully be able to have fans and do something at SummerSlam with Goldberg. That's only if he's going to stay for another show. If this wasn't
Money
just a one-off.
Dave, you think?
I know, but I'm just saying.
Add another,
You think Goldberg's hurting for something? You think Goldberg's hurting for money? Like,
money is money, my friend, and
really?
Goldberg doesn't really do much inside the
Brody
ring.
Lee would disagree. Money, it's money, it's money. I think they would disagray.
Goldberg, a total match time for Goldberg is no longer than 10 minutes. That's an easy money night for him. I wouldn't be surprised if Goldberg says, "Let's do it. Let me have the title. I'll stay till August. Hopefully this whole shit's done with," type of deal. I don't see how.
Or maybe throw Dolph in there again.
Well, Dolph already has a match, Dave. Hello.
Yeah. Just fight Otis. That's right. That match won't be long.
I think after what we saw tonight, and this is kind of not. There's rumors already saying it's Braun. So let's just kind of throw that out of the picture. Let's not name Braun. I think we could possibly see him throw in Corbin, just to have that quick squash match and have Goldberg win the title and then keep it till, I guess, SummerSlam or whenever they're able to have their next pay-per-view.
They're not going to have Goldberg defend the title before SummerSlam if he wins next weekend.
I think that match with Elias Sister AEW is going to get scratched off. I think.
Yeah. But who would I like to see it happen? I would love to see Jeff Hardy get a match.
I put a poll out on Twitter.
Bro.
Oh, Richard Vargas gifting Coquina a sub. Thank you. I'll take a sip for that. How about that? Corbin went Scar on Elias. Long live the king. Yeah, I saw the best one is the Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that was kind of Lion King. You think about
He's
it.
all hanging on for dear life and shit.
I'll give credit to people. I was expecting people to bitch about that, how fake it looked, and then I was ready to tweet and say, "Oh, really? What about Matt Hardy? That shit wasn't fake as hell."
Eli Washington says, "I let Corbin beat Goldberg, pushing a new star." Says Eli Washington. Oh man, I would love to see Corbin win, just to see the people bitch and moan on Twitter if he won the world championship.
People would hate it. I like that Corbin last night. Though, not really talking about going all over the place, but whatever. I liked Corbin like that. Just go out there, not doing his normal little stick he does. Just go out there being a badass and beat the shit out of Elias and throw him off the freaking stage. I liked it.
What feels weird is like, like my stomach feels like not that it hurts, but it feels like it's minty fresh. When you look at that feeling, Dave. I don't know how to describe it. It's just weird. It's kind of throwing me off.
Tony's gonna drink so many of these damn shakes. He's gonna like mint.
No, that is never gonna happen. People would go nuts. Oh, not Corbin versus Reigns again. I forgot about that.
That would go there. Yep.
Oh, the D emote is me right now. So fresh and so clean. I'm gonna piss green later. I swear. So how many of you are still acting like they care about WrestleMania? Says Ian Dunn. It definitely does not have that same feeling going into WrestleMania, and I know it's because of the whole, coronavirus, no fans. It's getting moved to the Performance Center, but it just doesn't have that feeling in general. It's just kind of weird this year with the WrestleMania coming up. It's an odd feeling. I've never felt like this going into a WrestleMania before. Yeah,
it's really different. It doesn't feel the same, but I'm not saying I'm looking forward to the matches itself.
But more how they do it?
Maybe that, but I'm also looking forward just to have something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Just to have something to watch, even though it's not going to be the same, obviously. But I'm just looking forward just to have something to watch, because really there's nothing else to watch besides wrestling right now.
Yeah, that is true. The mints are
chug,
brutal.
chug, chug.
Every time if y'all want me to chug, you gotta throw bits. How about that? That sounds like a reasonable deal there. All right? Yeah.
Give me what I want.
Hashtag Tony Mint.
Oh my God. Other than this Mania, which WrestleMania were you most not hyped for? It's a good question. Do you have one, Dave?
Probably.
You know what?
There's a couple of them.
The last one that I was not feeling really the card was the Rock and Cena 2.
See, I would go before that. But yeah, I think WrestleMania 27 was horrible. The one where it was Miz and Cena and The Rock. It was like the host, and he talked for like an hour.
I went to that one. So
that was bad.
That one was bad, but I was there, so I kind of, it was WrestleMania experience type of deal.
And then the next night, next year we're gonna be fucking Cena
at WrestleMania. That was so fucking. But you know what was badass about that was when Brock showed up and fucking laid out Cena at the end. That was great.
Yeah, but The Rock couldn't breathe in that match. He couldn't do anything. Yeah, that wasn't a great WrestleMania either. And I hated 28 because how they screwed over Daniel Bryan. But also that kind of made it. Look, we turned this into a Daniel Bryan subject. I'm good at that. But yeah, like it made Daniel Bryan's career even bigger because of the Yes movement going forward after that. So that kind of started the Yes movement.
Excuse me. You hear No More Words is back? Yes, Eli Washington. Hey, Eli, if you're new to the show, hit that follow button. We'd really appreciate that. We're so close to 400 followers. Would love to get that. How Manias have you been to, Tony? I went to WrestleMania 17. Went to WrestleMania 27. Went to WrestleMania 28. Went to WrestleMania 30. Was that the one that just aired, right?
Undertaker lost, yeah.
Went to WrestleMania 32. In Dallas. And then when was the last one in New Orleans? 34? Right?
Was that 35 or 34?
34. It was 34.
What was 35?
It was in New York again.
Was that last year? Yeah, because this year is 36.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
34. Yeah, so I've been to like 6 Manias. I don't know when I'll go to the next one. But man, I would highly suggest Michael Cole beat Jared. Yeah, that one was horrible. With Stone Cold as special